Hi, I know this is gonna sound completely insane, but could you please do me a huge favor? Just pretend that you know me. I know. I feel like a crazy person, but I kind of told the guy over there by where you pick up the drinks. Yeah, the really creepy looking one. I kind of told him that we're together. Like, dating together. He just wouldn't leave me alone, and no matter how many times I said no, he just wouldn't listen. So I got kind of desperate and told him that you were waiting for me and there was no way I was interested in him. I'm so sorry, but really? You'll do it? Thank you. I feel like a complete fool. I should have just left, walked away or something, but I was kind of put on the spot and feeling really awkward, and I don't know, just it kind of just popped out. It's okay. You're so nice. I'm so glad I finally got to talk to you. Yeah, I keep seeing you here every time I come, and I've been meaning to strike up a conversation or something, but I always chicken out last minute. Who knew it would take a really creepy guy to finally push me? Not literally, but metaphorically push me. You notice me too? Yeah, honestly, I never really came here before, but I saw you the first time I came a few months ago, and I was intrigued. Oh my goodness, so embarrassing. So I made a point to keep coming, and every time I came, you were here. So it paid off, but also I was so nervous and anxious to talk to you. Yeah. I don't know why I'm rambling like this. It's just. It's okay. You noticed me too? Why didn't you say anything? Okay, that's fair. I guess we're both kind of awkward, and it's, I guess, a sign that this guy finally made this happen. Yeah. Is he still there? Okay. As soon as he leaves, I swear I'll get out of your hair. I can go sit over on my side of the cafe, and you want me to stay. No, I absolutely will. Yeah, I mean, I normally just sit and read for a bit and maybe sneak glances at you every so often. Yeah. I guess I was being kind of stealthy if you didn't notice. At least that's reassuring. So I always see you working away on your laptop or reading. Are you doing like work or just casual studying? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm usually just reading for fun. It's nice ambiance here, so I just have my drink and chill out for a while before I have to head back to work. Yeah. Usually I'll have a mystery. Right now, the one I've been reading is Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. I literally just started it, so I don't know too much about it, but it's part of the Poirot series. Yeah. It's one that they recently made a movie of. I think it just came out, but I haven't seen it yet. I want to read it first. Yeah. For books, usually I like to read it first and then see the movie, but it kind of depends. Because if the movie is disappointing, then if you watch the movie first, and then read the book and the book is better, then it's not as disappointing, if that makes sense. It's kind of starting with low expectations, and then the book just blows them away. Yeah, I don't know. But something about mysteries. The movies just, they don't go as in depth as I like. I want to know the whole background. I want to know all of the different clues and evidence. Because, with movies, they always have to cut out bits here and there to make it work. If you translated a book word for word straight into a movie, a lot of the times I think it would be way too boring. Also, it would be so long. Yeah. So mysteries are definitely book first, then movie. Other than that, it's usually just I assess each case individually. It kind of makes me sound like a huge nerd, but I also am a huge nerd, so it's accurate. Yeah, I've always been such a bookworm. I think I was in kindergarten and my class had a bunch of these books that were like a sentence per page with a picture, and they weren't very long. They were just for learning to read. They didn't need to be novels or anything. And I ended up reading through all of them before the end of the school year. So my parents took me and signed me up for my very own library card, which was a big deal back then. Yeah, so I started going at least every 2 weeks, sometimes every week with them. And I would just get a big stack of books, and all my spare time was spent reading. It was so much fun. And then in first grade, at some point during the year, we took a field trip to the library, the same one that I was going to before, and they were signing everybody up for library cards, but I didn't need to because I already had one. I was probably just this smug little 7-year-old or something. Yeah. So it kicked off my love of reading, and I don't think I stuck to any one genre. Of course, when you're a kid, you love anything to do with animals, so those ones are always popular. But then I found the Nancy Drew books, and whew, I would devour those ones as fast as I could. They were so good. I always wanted to be Nancy Drew. I still do, kind of, but just her love of mysteries, how she always ended up falling into a mystery kind of thing. Like, who does that? Who has this much excitement in their lives? It must be exhausting, but very entertaining. Yeah, I think I've read most of the original Nancy Drew series, but they've made a bunch of different revivals and stuff throughout the years. So I haven't read all of them. Did you know that Carolyn Keene, the author of it, isn't actually a person? No. She's a series of these ghost writers. Yeah. I think the series was originally created by the same guy who came up with, what's it called? Hardy Boys. Yeah, the author who came up with Hardy Boys, he wanted to make a girl's version, so he came up with Nancy Drew. And I don't actually know whether he initially was the one writing it and maybe it switched to other authors, but definitely over the years it's been multiple different authors. And each time they do a different revival, a different series. It's been different people. It's just so cool. I don't know, maybe the Nancy Drew character has changed. I know they've done more modern ones where she has a cell phone and uses technology, obviously, to keep with the times, but I don't know if they've changed her actual character and personality at all. Yeah, I hope they didn't, because she's just such a cool girl. Definitely someone I would want to be friends with. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that they keep her that way and don't eventually ruin her. It's like the CW, how they always end up ruining TV shows and stuff. They'll make everything very dark and dramatic and sexy, even though they're supposed to be teenagers, and that's kind of creepy. Yeah. I think, actually, the CW did a Nancy Drew series recently. Clearly, I have not watched it. I don't know if I want to, though. It might just be sad. Yeah. I stopped watching Riverdale because it was just so off. I've been rambling a lot about myself. It's okay. Yeah, you're a really good listener. I don't know if I'm just nervous or whether it's just your natural charm, but it makes me want to tell you everything. You could be a spy. Actually, are you a spy? Yeah. I mean, if you are a spy, I don't know why you'd want to be talking to me because I don't really have any secrets. No. I am the worst person to spy on. You know how they always say, like, the government is tracking all your information. They're listening in on your phone and hoarding all of your personal information from the internet. It's all on some server somewhere. I don't care. Like, sure, if they want to know what I'm reading, what I'm watching, any of that, like, it's so boring. I hope there's no little FBI agent watching me through the cameras, because they're gonna have a really boring day. Although they probably end up seeing me, like, singing to myself and get a giggle out of that, but other than that, it's gotta be a boring shift then. Yeah, these are the things that I wonder about. Like, what are these people so concerned that the government's gonna find out? I know, right? Okay, if you promise you're not a secret agent bent on getting my secrets out of me, then I guess we can hang out a bit longer. Yeah. I'm kind of really glad that that guy was harassing me. As weird as that sounds. It worked out in both of our favor. I mean, him not, obviously not, because you left without anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he had his coffee, obviously. But darn, didn't get to pick up any chicks. So sad. Yeah. It is so much fun to people watch. You can just try to figure out what's going on in people's heads. Yes, that does lead back to, like, Nancy Drew. Is it judgmental or is it just me being a detective? Who knows? Depends if the information leads to anything substantial. No, I haven't solved any mysteries yet, but there's still time. I mean, I do need a sidekick, if you know anyone who's available. I think that would be fun. Yeah, we can go search for clues and compile evidence. We can make a murder board and connect things with thumbtacks and red yarn. Okay, maybe not a murder board, but just a crime board. I don't know. We'll get newspaper clippings and stick them all over the wall. Those are always so funny to me. And then later in shows that are actually depicting detectives and stuff, and they're putting things up on the board, I always joke, I'm like, where's the red yarn? Gotta have it, it's essential. Even though I feel like that would be quite a nuisance. Anytime you needed to move information around, you'd have to untangle everything. Seems annoying. Yeah, there's gotta be a digital version. I wonder if there's an app or something. You can put a bunch of pictures on and then have these digital red lines to connect things. That doesn't seem as fun though. I want the actual, like, physical, tangible things. It always seems much more concrete. Yeah. Sometimes I like writing things out by hand instead, especially anytime I have to make a list. If I put it in my phone, I feel like it just is immediately gone from my mind. But having to physically write things down, I don't know, sticks with me easier. I swear I'm not crazy. As much as a girl can just rush up to a stranger and say, "Hey, can you pretend that we're dating?" And then say, "Hey, I'm not crazy, believe me." Is that your mystery? Are you gonna try to figure out if I'm actually crazy or not? Oh, you think you've already solved it, huh? I don't know, only time will tell, I guess. You'll have to do lots more research. Gather more evidence and see if your conclusion is correct or not. Yeah, I'd like that. I just realized I never told you my name. I'm Sel. It's nice to finally actually meet you.